Kelly, Mayor's Director of Policy and Communications. Infant mortality has been an issue, very stubborn, much like vacant housing actually. It's been a very stubborn issue for the city to address over the past 2 decades. And the mayor's thinking behind that initiative is the importance of investing in children, especially early on, and investing in good parenting and specifically nutrition and nourishment, and having parents understand the importance of how to properly take care of their children. So it's a very important initiative that in the mayor's a mother. She sends her daughter to Baltimore City Public Schools, and so it's something that's very close to her heart, and that's why it's one of the top health initiatives for the mayor going forward. So while we've seen in fact I think we've seen some reductions in infant mortality as a result of some previous action that was taken, it's still way too high. If you look at infant mortality in Baltimore and compare it to other jurisdictions, especially suburban jurisdictions in Maryland, it's just totally unacceptable to have a rate that high. So that's why it continues to be a priority going forward, and it's people's lives, it's children, so it's very important. So what the mayor has really focused on is education, and one of the things that she's done with this is a PSA campaign, where we actually have mothers who lost their children communicate what that meant to them and the importance of nutrition and healthy lifestyles when you're carrying a baby and when you're raising a child. So proper sleeping techniques is a big issue. So the mayor feels very strongly that it's about education, and it's about telling people in very stark terms, the serious and the significance of it, and the stories that you hear. And this is kind of an example of new media. We've got this up, I think, on YouTube right now, and we've done public service announcements on local television and radio, and that's a central component of this campaign, is telling the story of mothers who had the tragedy of losing their child, and it really wakes people up and helps them understand the importance of being educated.
Ian Brennan, Press Secretary. It's an actual person telling an actual story about how mishandling or a mistake caused the death of their child, and not because they were careless, because they didn't know the dangers. And that's why that particular ad campaign was drawn up, because they wanted people to have that. It wasn't the health commissioner standing there pointing a finger at you. It was someone closer to a
real person,
a contemporary, someone from your community,
yeah.
whose voice is a little more trustworthy.